Welcome. In this lecture, we will talk about digestive system. Now, before we begin with digestive system, we all enjoy some form or other form of food that we eat. Now, this food that enters into our mouth goes through the food pipe, enters into our stomach, and then the process of digestion starts within the mouth itself, where salivary amylase is released, which breaks down the complex starch particles into simple sugar or simplified sugar particles, and then this process of digestion keeps on going till the small intestine and stops. We could say it ends in the small intestine, and finally the digested food then moves into the large intestine, where final absorption of the water takes place and the removal of the excretion particle is getting ready here. Now, there is a difference in the digestive system. Digestive system of human beings is very different from, let's say, a cow. You might see a cow on the roadside always actually moving the mouth, and that is the process because the cow utilizes cellulose and it has more than one abdomen. We won't go into that detail, but the idea is it actually takes all the grass at once and then brings it back to the mouth, eats and digests it, and finally breaks it down. Cellulose is what is consumed when you are taking or digesting grass, and this takes longer time to digest. Similarly, we do have other organisms, for example, platypus and seahorse. Platypus and seahorse do not have stomach. The food which is rich in cellulose, which is a type of carbohydrate, takes a longer time to digest, and ruminant animals actually have a higher dependence on the food which is rich in cellulose, and therefore they require additional chambers in the stomach for the process of digestion. Coming on to the human digestive system, as I said, there is the mouth, the salivary glands which releases the saliva, which breaks down as amylase, which breaks down the carbohydrate, the starch, into simpler carbohydrates, and then it moves through the esophagus, which is also known as the food pipe, into the stomach. There are enzymes released from gallbladder, liver, and this actually acts onto the food particle. This food particle enters into stomach. From the stomach, it enters into small intestine. The small intestine has numerous folds. If you actually extend the small intestine, the length is very long, but in the stomach it is coiled into a very small structure, and this coiling along with the structures which are present within the intestine are called as villi. So villi are present within the small intestine, and then from the small intestine the food reaches the large intestine, from where it is getting ready for the process of ejection, and that is through the